this week for UFC 307. And right now, I get the pleasure to talk with a legend of the sport, the former Invicta FC women's strawweight and the first ever two-time UFC women's strawweight champion, Cookie Monster Carla Esparza. Thank you for the time. How you doing?
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
My pleasure. A huge week for you. I think it took everybody by surprise when we saw it at the beginning of August. You're off of Twitter for about 2 months and you pop back on to tell everybody you have a fight and you're retiring at the end of that fight. Um, what was that announcement like? Writing that post, making that decision? That's a lot as everyone is after you welcome your child that we saw in the background. Congratulations. We all expected the return, but this extra announcement with it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was tough, it's kind of like it was emotional, like figuring out how to kind of word it, how to, say like, hey, this is the last one, but I definitely am excited to, for any friends or fans or anyone who's never seen me fight live, I'm excited, hopefully, get to come out and see it for the final run.
What point did you know this taking of the next fight would be the final fight?
I think after my last fight, before I got pregnant, I knew that I had like one or two left in me, and just kind of how things have shaken up in fight camp, or just coming back as I felt that one more fight was the number for me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what camp has been like what led to this decision?
Just I think the recovery, like just, everything that your body goes through having a baby, which you definitely can come back from and be a great athlete, but I think just the wear and tear over all the years of wrestling and fighting has kind of already put a big toll on my body, and getting ready for, so many high level fights over the years. You push yourself to an extreme. So, my body, and then just having a baby to focus on as well, not getting necessarily like the rest or having the time to dedicate to warming up and taking all these extra measures to feel comfortable training. It's definitely been a big change. So just kind of all of these things together led me to the decision.
What was it like? I saw recently on social media that your son just turned 1, but what was it like after having him, the getting back to the gym from the emotional side of separating from him, but getting to get back to that activity that you had missed?
It was good. I was able to really ease back into training. So started at, one time a week, then two times and three times, and then, to fight camp mode. It's definitely hard leaving him every time. And, my mom has been watching him as I go train. But yeah, just knowing that, there's an end game, and knowing that I'll get all the time with him later, but I had a job to focus on and work to do, knowing that it's something that's best for our family, which I'm sure is, the thought that all working parents have to make.
Is it almost then a inspiring factor to the camp, to the time that you're spending in the gym, that this is that ultimate push towards the finish line?
Yeah, most definitely. Like anytime that, maybe I've gotten down on myself or, felt frustrated, like just knowing that, the finish line is right there, and, I just got to push through, and, this fight, I can kind of empty the gas tank.
Looking at the fight card that you're part of here at UFC 307, you're one of a few incredible legends on this card. Jose Aldo, the title fights. Do you look around and take in the other people that are on this card and be like, wow, this is a pretty cool lineup to be a part of?
Oh yeah, this card is incredible. Like this is such a great card, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. And I'm like I gotta get a ticket and like sneak back into the fights after my fight to watch all these cool card.
Is there anyone on the card then, in particularly, that you're most excited to see compete?
I mean the female fights are always like exciting for me. Seeing Marina Rodriguez, who I've fought before. She's I love watching her fight. The female title fight, Raquel Pennington. Um, versus Juliana, both tough former graduates. The Kayla Harrison fight, like that's exciting. Like, I mean, Jose Aldo, like I mean, there's just Wonder Boy. There's just so many awesome fights. It's hard to pick, one.
We have your fight. I'm sure a lot of people are excited to see this one. It's a rematch. Did you ever think a decade later you'd be matched with Tecia again, and this time officially, I guess?
You know, I think coming this far in the career and not getting that rematch, I was like, okay, well, guess that one's not going to happen. And then, you know, heard from the manager, like, this fight actually, we got offered this fight. I'm like, whoa, I didn't think that was going to happen before my retirement, but yeah, let's go. It's an exciting one. I know that Tisha's wanted the rematch for a long time, and it's cool that we're both coming from tough and now being mom fighters. So yeah, I'm excited.
I'm sure there's not much information that you can gather because you both have evolved so much in a decade. But is there at any point during camp where you go back and watch that fight just to see who you were and where you two were at like a decade ago?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely watched the fight a couple times, and it's I think watching her, studying her fights leading up to this one, and knowing where I'm at is definitely like kind of cool to see the evolution. And there's not a lot of fighters who especially from our division, who are still left from that time. So it's kind of cool to see like where we're at now, and to see how the fight's going to shake up compared to the last one.
And it has a different tone to this fight now from The Ultimate Fighter to now more of a mom's fight club.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, yeah, like both. Yeah, I'm like, and even in Raquel's fight, like they're both, her and Juliana are moms, and then me and Tisha. Like it's really cool. I say like that kind of speaks a lot to how far this sport has come for women. It's like moms can do it too, and we're in this sport having kids and still continuing on this journey. There's kind of like a cool camaraderie to it, right? Because I mean, as like a mom, a mom fighter, how unique this experience is and how tough it is in a lot of ways. But I'm sure it can also be so rewarding too to step in that cage and knowing like everything you had to go through to make it happen.
And not just that, it's seeing that evolution of all you ladies, but in the last decade, now that you're walking away, where do you feel you're leaving the division that you really helped mold?
I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding. Kind of like we have 8 female fighters on this UFC 307. I mean, we're having head females headline cards right and left, and just be a big part of these main cards. So I'm really stoked to see how far women's MMA has come in the UFC.
A lot of people will look at the upcoming fight and would still almost say that it's striker versus grappler, but it's so much more because you both have become so well rounded. Do you look at this kind of fight as a fight that you get to go out there and show off all the skills that you almost haven't got the opportunity to before?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's going to be fun to just go out there and be able to, not have so much pressure on what this outcome means for the next fight, or like another title run. It's just kind of like I can go out there and have fun, and any moves that I show, it's like, who cares? Like it's not like I'm trying to, keep anything top secret. Like I can just kind of go out there and experiment with some fun moves that I haven't gotten to show over the past years. Yeah, should be a fun one though.
Congratulations on a wonderful career, Carla.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.